There had been a small earthquake the day before, but on that day, I was at work when a large vertical tremor suddenly occurred. I declared that a bigger tremor was coming and hid under the desk. When I went outside on orders from my company, I saw other large buildings shaking as well. I was also terrified by the sight. However, we employees were forced to wait on the crowded streets of Shinjuku. I realized I had left my bag inside the office. I couldn't take the taxi I'd mentioned earlier without my money or card. While other employees tried to stop them, I ran up the stairs and brought my bag. At a time like this, you shouldn't do anything other than save your life, but I couldn't do anything without money on hand, so I dashed into the building with all my might, ran up the cracked stairs, and brought my bag back. After waiting on the street for about 30 minutes, our superiors told us to leave. If the disbandment order had come earlier, I think I would have acted differently. First of all, I think I would have taken a taxi, which would have cost a lot of money, because by that time all the trains had stopped running. So, I decided to walk with Hio, who was heading in the same direction. Even if the earthquake hadn't affected, it would have taken 6 hours to walk back. Being a country bumpkin. At that time, walking past buildings in Shinjuku that had cracks in their paint, I felt like I wanted a disaster prevention hood, if not a helmet. However, I ended up having to go through busy roads, and a distance that usually takes about 1 minute now takes about 10 minutes. On the way, we passed through a subway passageway, where sheets were already spread out and prepared for those unable to return home. Even though we were underground, it was quite cold. I could see that it would be very cold to wait there. My cell phone wasn't working, so I found a landline at a ramen shop and left a message on my older sister's answering machine saying I was safe, then called my younger sister's house. My younger sister was at home, and apparently my brother happened to be there when the earthquake struck, and had helped my nieces under the dining table. I was relieved to hear that they were safe. When I asked my youngest sister what she was doing when the earthquake hit, she said she was holding down the cupboard. You know, if the cupboard is damaged, it's sad and it costs money, but if my sister loses her life or gets injured as a result, it would be irreparable. I thought to myself, leave the cupboard alone and protect your own life first. But later I found out that there were quite a few people around me who were holding down the cupboard, so it seems my sister wasn't the only one. I went back to work to get my bag, and I can't speak for others, but I want people to take action to protect their lives first. But when I told my sister that I was glad my brother was at home and felt safe, she replied,
"My brother went to his parents' house.
Brother, I want you to stay calm in this situation and take action to prioritize your own life.